What's happening, people? It's your boy Big Augs, and welcome back to the Voice of the Toon. Today we're talking Fulham. Newcastle United host Fulham in the Premier League, back in the Premier League in a 3 p.m. game tomorrow afternoon. And for me, this is a game that we have to respond. Obviously, as we know, we got dumped out of Europe completely, losing to AC Milan 2-1 at home. That is now our third defeat in a row. So, we have to respond now, because the longer you allow a losing streak to continue, the more pressure that builds onto the players. And I feel like the boys have done such a good job over the last 18 to 24 months that for us now to be going into games, losing games, left, right, centre, 3 defeats in a row, 4 in a row, I don't believe they deserve that. So tomorrow is a good chance to rectify that and to stop this losing streak. Because obviously, as we know, we lost to Everton last Thursday, then Spurs on Sunday, then Milan. So, we need to put it right. As these things happen in football, as your team starts to lose games, you start to see negative stuff in the media. People talking about Newcastle are fading in the Premier League, and we're being dumped out of Europe. So, now this is our chance that we've got to add some positivity to this negativity that's going around. And what a good opportunity to do so at home to Fulham. Fulham are a good side. They've won the last 2 games 5-0, both 5-0, 5-0 against Forest at home and then 5-0 against West Ham at home. I watched quite a bit of Fulham, to be fair. I watched them in the last away game against Liverpool. They gave Liverpool a decent run for their money. Silva, he's doing a good job there. He's got some decent players there, players that I like. I like Paulinho. I think he's a good player. I like Alex Iwobi. I've been a fan of him since Arsenal. Very tidy on the ball. Williams, starting to find some form, and Jimenez as well, starting to score some goals now. So they're picking up form at the right time. And like I said in my preview last time against, I think it was Spurs, now this is the right time to play us. So if you got us to the next couple of weeks, you're thinking, oh, okay, I fancy get some points there. But Fulham's away record is what probably works to our advantage. I think the last win away was in the first game of the season at Everton, 1-0 win. So they're not good away from home, and that's probably why they're probably so low in the table. If they had a better away record, they'd be a bit higher up. So only 1 win this season away from home. So we've got to use that. We've got to use the fact that we're strong at home and they're poor away from home, and we've got to use that to our advantage and make sure that we pick up the 3 points. And for us, like I said, it's just about responding and going again. We have to stop this losing streak. Like, I'm getting people message me, 3 defeats in a row. Oh wow, the walls are coming off. To me, it's too early to panic as a Newcastle fan. Obviously, these defeats come with context, and it's been a difficult period for us. We're hurting in a way because obviously being dumped out of Europe and with the Finn squad and injuries and playing the same team 5 times in a row, and people questioning Eddie Howe and whether or not he should have made changes in previous games. So we are hurting as a fan base and as a club, but there's the beauty about football is that you always have the opportunity to put it right or to make it right, and this is that tomorrow. So I'm confident that we can take the heartbreak from going out of Europe, and now we can focus on our domestic duties. Focus back on the Premier League, focus on the League Cup on Tuesday. After now being out of Europe now, this is all we have, and I'm kind of glad in a way. This might sound bad, but I said it before that we're not in Europa League now. I know that starts in February, but I know now that we've got that. We know where we are. Clear head, we've got these games coming up next in Premier League. We've got League Cup. If we progress, we play here. We've got FA Cup. If we progress, we play here. So we know where we are now. There's not going to be a lot of travelling out of the country, for example. All our games now is all going to be domestic games, and that gives us the chance to regalvanise our season, because we're not far off. We're not having a bad season. We just had a bad patch. 2 defeats in the league. Tough game like Spurs and obviously Milan. So on Tuesday night. So like I kept saying, this is a time for us to respond and put it right. And I believe we can do that. I do believe we have what it takes to do that. The pain from losing or from going out on Wednesday night should help us, fuel us for this game. And I think it should anyways, to be fair. I believe we've got the ability to cause Fulham problems. We've got players that probably are better than theirs, and we know how to beat Fulham. Last season, I think we beat them away from home and at home. So, 6 points from them. And these are the games that we need to win if we want to even think about Champions League again next season, because that gap is getting big. I believe it's now, 7 points now, I believe, or something like that. So, it's getting bigger now, and it's, these are the games that we've got to start picking up points, because the Christmas period is coming now. And traditionally, from my experience as a Newcastle fan, we don't really have a good period or have good results in this period. So, we could start off this period with a good result, and by putting in a good performance and getting the 3 points. So, I'm hopeful for a win. To be fair, I was a bit cautious about Spurs. I was a bit cautious about Everton, and AC Milan. I was a bit cautious, to be fair to. But AC Milan, we didn't handle our business. So tomorrow we have to handle the business, and manage the game properly and better. Because I could say I don't really believe that we managed the game properly against Milan. Going 1-0 up and us needing to win, we showed probably some naivety in the area. So obviously Eddie Howe's learning. This is his first time in this sort of environment, playing in European football and juggling that with the match day squad for the Premier League, and so he's probably learning himself. He's never been there, so he has to adjust and understand that maybe in certain games you're allowed to invite pressure and soak it up, like we did it against PSG. So he knows what to do. So I trust in Eddie Howe. I trust that he's going to get the response and he's going to prepare the boys well for the game tomorrow. So based on all of that, there's been some injury news has come out. I've seen surrounding Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes, as we know, he was back on the pitch. It was due to return for us in December in this period, but seems like he's suffered another setback or a setback. He says Harvey Barnes has suffered a minor setback, and there's a chance that he could have surgery on his foot. So, and it's looking like Harvey Barnes will be out until January. And the same for Joe Willock, who's having more injections in his Achilles, and he's looking to be out till January as well. Trippier, as we know, is suspended. Big blow for us. But Eddie Howe said, this is a good time for him to rest. And Anthony Gordon, who we saw limping off against Milan, and he's played a lot of games. Rightly so, because the amount of work he's put in for me it's been incredible. So he's a touch on goal. And we'll have further tests today to see whether or not he's available. So, still battling with injuries, still battling with players coming back. What I don't want to do is rush players coming back. So, Dan Burn came on against Milan, Longstaff came on, and Moussa started. I don't want to rush players back because we need the squad now. So, this is the time we need the squad. So, based on that, the team I'll do, the Bravka, who I've not been pleased with, conceding 3 at Everton, 4 at Spurs, and then 2 at Milan. So, yeah, it is what it is at the minute. He's the second choice goalkeeper, so he plays. Tripper's injured, so Livramento at right back, Lascelles and Shaw, and Dan Burn. If he's fit enough to start, Dan Burn. If not, then Lewis Hall. But I'm seeing some talk about Lewis Hall and why he's not playing, and we might not choose to get him on a permanent basis. So. And we may be looking to not trigger some clauses in this deal. So, but mate, you play these people, man. Like isn't the time to be thinking about that. You play these people because we got a thin squad. But if Burn is fit to start, then obviously play Burn. If not, then just play Lewis Hall, man. And in the middle, Bruno G again looked tired against Milan. The second goal and the count now, there was nothing he could do. He tried to move his legs, but he's knackered. But Bruno G again to start with Joe Linton. Lewis Miley against Milan was unbelievable. But I think I'd rest him. I said that again at Milan. I said I'll rest him, but I think I'll rest him again. Longstaff to come on to start. Almiron on the right hand side. Callum Wilson and Isak out on the left. That's the team I'll do because obviously Anthony Gordon is going through testing. So that's the team I'll do. There's still enough quality in there to get the win. It's just about energy. That's what we need. So, but I'm still going to back the boys. I back us to concede because of the Bravka. He's not kept a clean sheet. So, I back us to concede. I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle win. And we climb up the table. And, these now domestic games is what we can focus on. So yeah, man, thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure. Big game tomorrow, man. Must win. Let's end this losing run and add some positivity before Christmas. Let me know in the comments what you think it's going to be. Make sure to like the video and also to hit that subscribe button. It's your boy Big Uggs. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.